Welcome back, my dear students. So we are able to create posts here very easily, right? Because I was just testing this out and just write some gibberish stuff and submit. And we can see that we are able to get it. This is pretty awesome stuff. So it's working right. So now we got the create out of the way. We got the reading out of the way. We're not entirely yet. Later on, we will add stuff to this, but we're just getting that the general CRUD out of the way, right? So we got after the read, we have update. So what I want you to do, and I already did this, is grab all the data from here, create a edit view inside the post, and just paste that in there like that. Okay, I already did mine, as you can see here, so go ahead and do yours. Copy everything from the create view, create a edit.handlebars, and paste all that code in there. Okay, now change this to edit like that. Let's go to our, let's just take that model out, post routes, and let's create another route here for our edit form, routed.get, and this is just gonna be edit, simple as that. Okay, and we are going to take a request and a response. Nice, see that? Very nice. And we're just gonna render right now that edit view, admin, what is it, post edit. There we go. That should work, right? Make sure you do edit here, and let's go and see if that works. Edit, and you can see now that it does work. Now what we need to do is bring our data inside these fields here. Okay, we want the body here, we want the title, and of course we want the status. And we need to do a really cool functionality with helpers to bring the status here with handlebars. Okay, pulling that information from the database and pushing it to our template engine. So let's go and work on the values here. First of all, the thing should be this. When we click anywhere here, any of these posts, if we click, let's say, the title, we want that to be a get request. We want to send the ID to that route and pull that information from the database. So we need a way to click on this and edit it. Let's create another button. Let's go to our index, and here let's create another button here. I'm gonna call this, I'm gonna send this to admin post edit. And now this edit is going to have curly brackets, the ID right here like that. See that? Awesome. Let's make sure it has a class of btn info or something like that. Okay, and inside this link here we should have a word that says edit. Let's go back and see how that looks. Refresh, and you can see that link here. And if I put my mouse over it, or you put your mouse over it, you can see in the bottom here that it does give me the ID of that specific post. You see that? And this is how we're gonna send it to. Okay, see that? And then we need to get a route to take that, to take the edit and to take the ID. So let's go to post routes. We have the route here, well, but we need to make sure that it takes a ID as a parameter. So remember that when we do the colon here, it's like a placeholder for data. Okay, and now we have the ID here. We can show it if you want to see it. Res send we're going to get the ID in a request params ID. And this params is something that you're always going to have to access. It's something available to us with the request. Okay. This params is going to have all the parameters in the URL that you are putting right here as a placeholder. But we have to give it the same name. If I give it number here, I have to put number here because it's picking it up from here. I can have multiple parameters as well, but you get the point, right? All right. So now if I do refresh here, we should see the ID of that specific post right here. Okay? So we know that that's working. So what we're going to be doing in the next lecture is we are going to be making a request here using Mongoose, right? Our ODM to our database, getting that with the ID and pulling that specific post out and passing it to the render function here. So that way in our edit, we can pull those values out and show it in the inputs, okay? In the input here, show you. Oh, we're not showing it yet because we need to make sure that it comes with an ID or something, okay? But that's what we're going to be doing in the next lecture. Thank you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.